The Smithsonian, a cornerstone of American culture and history, is now at the center of a political storm. The White House is ordering the museums to correct what it calls divisive or ideological content, but critics warn this move could rewrite history itself. In August, the White House issued a directive calling on all Smithsonian museums to align with President Donald Trump's message of quote-unquote celebrating American exceptionalism. A number of museums, including the National Museum of American History and the National Museum of African American History and Culture, were given 75 days to submit required documents, including exhibit content, job descriptions, and grant applications. That deadline is today. Museums have until December 1st to implement the ordered content corrections. President Trump took to Truth Social after the directive was released, writing that the Smithsonian is out of control and calling it the last segment of woke.
There was no sense, generally speaking, that people were like horrified by what they were seeing at the Smithsonian Museum.
The directive stems from a March executive order titled Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History. The order placed particular pressure on exhibits that address race and social issues. One of the main targets, the Shape of Power exhibit at the American Art Museum. The exhibit was criticized for using sculpture to show systematic racism throughout U.S. history.
To claim that an exploration of race is un-American is so dangerous.
The administration says it wants museums to promote a unifying national story, one that highlights American accomplishment and exceptionalism. Scholars warn that removing divisive elements could distort the past. The Smithsonian has been closed for 2 weeks due to the ongoing government shutdown. As roughly 60% of its funding comes from the federal government, the closures have raised concerns about how the museums will manage potential funding cuts as a result of the review process. For now, the future of the Smithsonian remains uncertain, as museums face deadlines, funding pressures, and growing questions about who decides what version of America to put on display. Fiona Murphy, Washington, D.C.